Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Young King boxer.
That's all right.
You know Freeway Rick Ross? The real Rick Ross?
Yeah, Rick Ross?
Yeah, that's my manager. The real Rick Ross. You know the real Rick Ross?
You talking about the gangster?
Yeah, that's my manager.
For real?
Yeah, he right there. The real Rick Ross. You see him?
Let's go to Rick Ross. How you feeling?
I'm good.
You the real Ricky Rozay?
You Ross.
Yeah.
Rozay sound gay.
Rozay sound gay?
To me,
You talking about the rapper?
Rozay, baby.
Oh, you ain't messing with that.
That sound gay.
You don't own no Wingstops, right?
No.
This the real Rick Ross right here,
And
y'all.
I ain't fat either. Look.
Oh, my man ready for it.
Nah, I ain't fat.
Oh, yeah, that's
What's
all
up,
right.
Y'all screaming right now?
Who you got tonight? Yeah, we on there.
Yo. Hey, man, check it, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Man, I'm really just looking at what's really going down. Rick Ross, man, you know, like I said, I've been following this story ever since I've been getting into this podcast world. I'm definitely, you know, Rick Ross, the rapper versus Rozay, Freeway Ricky. It's a lot going on with this the way this thing has been going since I've been in this world interviewing people. And I ran into Freeway a few times. Like I said, I was in the room with Rick Ross at Magic one year, Rozay, you know, but it was before I had seen Freeway at Magic one year. I'm glad they wasn't there together. They might have bumped into each other. It might have been bad, might have been good. We don't know, man, because that was early on. I was seeing these guys out moving around, man, and they still be moving around. So this year happened. This younger guy was trying to figure out who this guy manages, pretty much, and he's managed by Freeway, and it's like he thinking he Rick Ross, the other Rick Ross, but then Rick Ross responds. Let me see if I can get Freeway on the phone. Hey, what's going on, my guy? Hey, I didn't want to hit you up last night without telling you because I be doing my review and for my show for Boss Talk, and I'll be putting it on there, and I recap your video of me and you, the one me and you done and a long time ago, but I didn't know it was smoke in there, man. It just pretty much was
He stepped out there.
Yeah, it was a thing where it just happened on my end because I always be doing flashbacks, and then I look up and it's really a back and forth, and it messed my head up.
Yeah, I decided to say something to him.
Wow. So, and just for my show, like, so what? I mean, I seen the young boy. Is that the boy that came on my show with you, or is that somebody else? Because you got so many guys.
That's a new kid.
That's a new kid. And I guess y'all was together, and basically he was explaining to him his manager, which is you, which that's what you do in the boxing world for show. And I guess the younger kid was confused. He didn't know what was going on.
Right, he didn't know who I was, I guess, and he called me Rozay, and I told him, don't call me Rozay. Rozay sound gay. Not really taking a crack at the rapper, but it turned out, I guess, that way.
I think it's because of the fact that he felt like his brand, you know, that's his new brand he's trying to slide over to, it seems, trying to get out from under the umbrella.
Yeah, I think so, too. But, you know, it's still too close to my name.
Definitely too close to your name. And the thing I'm looking at, Freeway, ever since I've been doing this podcast world stuff, I mean, you was one of my first interviews, and that's the thing that always plagues you. How often does this happen when you're out and you're doing what you're doing, and people start to, you know, mix the two up?
All the time.
Wow. Do you? As I said on the show last night on the other review, do you ever see this thing dying down, or is this going to be something that's going to plague you, your entire career, or plague him his entire career?
Well, it don't plague me because, you know, it has no balance on how well my brand does. You know, I don't need anybody to solidify me.
Correct.
If you understand what I mean, I get my money out the streets. You know, street people support me. I get no corporate sponsorship. I've got no endorsements. None of the stuff that they depend on.
Wow. And I like I said,
at that fight, I sold Man, I might have sold 200 books at that fight.
Wow, that's extraordinary. That's how you move, though. I wouldn't expect nothing else because I know where you come from. You cut from a different cloth, so you out here getting how you live.
And me and Raleigh probably took 500 pictures.
Wow, yeah, and like I said, I dug into it because you my guy, and I'm like, man, I got to see what's really going down because, like I said yesterday, all day long, you was in his storyline. He's posting it, he's going full fledged at it again, and I would think that it would be a thing where he wouldn't even, that he try to let it die down or try to get away from that whole aspect. But I guess you rubbed him the wrong way.
Well, the country did. After he made that statement, people kind of went off on him a little bit. I mean, I see videos of people posting and hashtagging me in them. Even with what he did with Meech and 50, I thought that was some fucked up shit. I just didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
If he wanted to give me some money, he could have. I mean, if he really was just trying to help Meech, he could have gave me some money and nobody had to know about it.
Exactly. Yeah, I seen that was and 50 ain't trying to hear it. 50 is going in on that situation. I've been talking about that a lot on my reviews. 50 been going in on that, man, because he felt like it was a betrayal and at his finest.
Well, it was, but I don't know if it's so much on Meech's part. Meech just got out of prison, and the brother just did 20 years or 20-something years.
Yeah.
And he needed some money.
It's like which is
I've been through the same thing that everybody holler your name, but ain't nobody gonna help you.
No,
And I guarantee you that nobody's helped Meech.
Wow.
Including 50. I mean, he said he did the movie and whatnot. And I bet that his son didn't get the kind of money that everybody think he got from the movie because it just don't work like that. Dealing with these guys in Hollywood, most of them broke.
Wow, and you're exactly right. Oh, let me ask this, OG. What is up with you? And I mean, is you back in the gym? Because I seen you raise your shirt up and showed that you wasn't, fat.
They might get a celebrity boxing match with the rapper.
You want a celebrity boxing match?
Yeah, I'd like to do it. We go over Turkey. Turkey giving out all that money right now, man. I want a piece of that money.
Wow, I see. Hey, you ripped. I seen the stomach. You pulled it up and showed him. You showed the young boy, hey, I'm not fat. You're. Hey, I put some money up, huh?
I'm feeling great right now.
You look good.
It's good. My money's starting to build again. And I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna be somebody I have to deal with.
Wow, thank you so much, Freeway, for talking with me this morning, man. Like I said, I get up in the morning, do my little review, man, and just I like to say I rock with you so much. I'm gonna fly. I know I missed you in LA a few weeks ago. I got Kansas City. I got Tech Nine. You know anything about Tech Nine and what's that boy name, man? God, Don Juan.
Yeah, I know Tech Nine and Don Juan.
Yeah, I got a Tech Nine interview I'm about to do, and Don Juan and all of them. Show some love to Kansas City, man. But man, it's an honor and a pleasure, man. I thank you for all the blessings I done received through dealing with you, bro. And I just want to tell you, man, I'm rooting for you. I want to see that brand explode. I know already how much work you putting into everything since you've been home, man. And like me, man, we trying to make this thing happen because of what we've been through. Now we're trying to get to it.
No doubt.
Man, thank you so much.
All right, peace.
Peace. So there you have it, man. Freeway, man, that's my guy, man. Like I said, I had to have him to call in because, it's something, man. He's one of the guys that I've been so, up on his movement. And then being that he'd been locked up, he did all that time. I didn't even ask him about the part where he was trying to implicate him. But at the end of the day, he did a lot of time, and to be honest with you, man, for him to even be out here is a blessing in itself. Most of his conflict was with the law. So and I could see, Rick saying he's informant because of the fact that Rick used to be, I think he played a part as an officer for a while, but I'm thinking all the Freeway stuff came from him arguing with. Turning over info about the police, about the task force. They had assigned task force that they was trying to, pretty much really take this guy out with as far as Freeway go. And I know his story because I've interviewed him so many times. But that part of it, the street side of it, is the side that me and him mostly talk about, man. It just so happened that him and Rick Rozay have their issue. But just to see him out on this side, as I've dealt with Kunta and I've dealt with all these other guys who did 32 years, my guy up in Oklahoma, Boz, all of these guys I've dealt with, just so many, man. Big Steve-O. I mean, not Big Steve, Big Buff, I'm sorry. And just guys that's did 20 plus years, man, that's out here, my boy OG Pyru, Melvin Farmer. A lot of these guys, y'all look at them, these guys are monumental in the fact that they made it home after doing over 20 years in prison. That's the part I'm looking at, and the fact of how our system is set up a lot of times for their downfall. There are traps and everything, snares put out in front of these guys to get them to stumble. And then is there really justice for us, man? People who look like us, when it come down to these doors and how they close and open them up. You can call it, oh man, he did this, he did that. It's a hideous crime, but they did this. But the situations a lot of time is tough in the inner city and the things that they pretty much have had to face to try to get out of their situation. Not making excuses, but I'm telling you, there's two different roads we're guided on when it comes to people that look like us. So I'm going to say that, whether you want to like it or not. You can get in the comments and let me know what you think, but I'm just telling you, it's a real deal. So, but you got some guys who've been out here doing a thing, and who got out of prison and been out here talking to the kids, to be honest with you, and basically talking to the kids and people who trying to be a deterrent for them not to go to prison. That's the part of it that right there that I look at. I value that part of the people that being a deterrent after they did this time, and saying, hey man, you don't have to go. Boss Man Brewster, all these different guys that you see on my show a lot of time are people who are stirring people from having to go down the same road they took. And if you remember BG, I did BG interview because of that. BG is one that went through all of that, 13 years of being locked up. Now he gets out, he goes out, he's campaigning with Boss Man Brewster. They talking about the books and all kinds of stuff. You see my post the other day. And a lot of times those don't get a lot of views because you guys look for the mess. But if you dig through the mess, you'll start to see pretty much, hey man, these guys are out here doing this job, this work in their communities. These guys are flying from different places and planting great seeds to people who might end up going down that road if they didn't get to have the conversation with them. So this is the stuff that you guys, I know a lot of time y'all don't look at, but it's happening as well. Shout out to all those guys, man, that made it home. And Mac, I almost forgot Mac. Mac is another one. As soon as he got home, I went down to New Orleans. I interviewed Mac. I said, hey, Mac, man, what's going down? And Mac told me, about doing 21 years in prison and now being home. And again, another one, monumental, temperamental guy who don't get, pretty much don't let nothing throw him off his square when it come down to who he is as a man. Just everybody, you can go look him up, Mac, with No Limit, and you'll see what type of dude he is and how he's holding it down now. That's why I go out and get these interviews, because these interviews mean so much to a guy who are people who might be going through it or about to crash out. So, like I said, I'm going to continue to do these type of interviews. And also, like I said, Freeway is one that he has a story, 20 plus years in prison. So at the end of the day, he came home, Big Meech. He did 20 some years in prison, and now he's home. And at the end of the day, you heard what he just said about Big Meech. He pretty much is just basically telling he just, he rocking with what he rocking with, and he feel like it wasn't Meech's fault as much as because he don't even feel like 50 or any of these guys are doing anything for Meech. So he should know he came home. My boy Twisted Black, same thing, came home. No support system, and their hands are being held. They can't do this and they can't do that when they're let out because they're feeling like, okay, these guys are criminals and we don't want them to get back to their career. That's the thing that needs to be talked about. We don't want them to get back to their career. Guys, make sure you, like I said, check this out, man. My boy Freeway called in. We talked about it last night. We're talking about it again today. Man, these boys going back and forth. And again, I'm linked with Freeway because of the way that I went out and dealt with these 20 to life guys who shouldn't have never got out of prison. I got a dope interview coming up for y'all too, man, on another guy who pretty much just got released. But man, be ready for it. It's going down. Boss Talk 101, man. Get in the comments. Let me know who you got in a celebrity boxing match. Freeway Ricky Ross or Ricky Rozay. Freeway calls out Rick Ross for a celebrity boxing match. Let's get it, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.